Looks like Drake's caught between a rock and a hard place, or should we say between Nicki Minaj and Kendrick Lamar. Nicki's calling him out for betrayal, Kendrick's throwing shade, and Drake's probably wishing he could go back to the Asterix hotline bling Asterix days. Is this the biggest plot twist in hip-hop, or what? Drake has been catching strays left and right for a while now, but nobody ever thought that his og pal Nicki Minaj would also come out and drag him. And not only did she drag him, but she also leaked some evidence of Drake being a snake and betraying her. Y'all better be ready for this because Nicki did not come to play with Drake. Remember when Drake, Nicki, and Wayne were the holy trinity of Young Money? They were like the Avengers of rap, dropping hit after hit. Drake was the golden boy, Nicki was the queen, and Wayne was the boss. They were unstoppable, ruling the charts and making money moves. But hold up, because this fairy tale is about to get messy. Word on the street is that not everything was as perfect as it seemed. Behind those million-dollar smiles and chart-topping collabs, cracks were starting to show. Who knew that the same crew that gave us Bedrock would end up on the rocks? Not only is Young Money over, but Nicki and Drake are beefing hard. Let's dive into the drama that started it all. Remember when Drake was the golden boy of Young Money? Well, turns out his halo was a little tarnished. The first big crack in the Young Money empire wasn't about music, it was about a girl. Picture this. Lil Wayne, the boss man himself, is locked up doing time thinking his crew's holding it down on the outside. Meanwhile, Drake's getting cozy with Wayne's girl, Tammy Torres. Yeah, you heard that right, Drake, the same guy who's always singing about loyalty, allegedly hooked up with his mentor's girlfriend while he was behind bars. Talk about a snake move. When Wayne found out, he was furious. Can you blame him? Imagine being in prison and hearing your protege is messing around with your girl. Wayne didn't hold back, saying, "This is the type of ish that a man never wants to find out when he's locked up. Ouch, that's got to sting." This wasn't just some minor beef, it was the beginning of the end for Young Money's perfect family image. Drake's action sent shockwaves through the crew. Suddenly, everyone was side-eyeing him, wondering if he could be trusted. Was he really ride or die for the team, or was he just looking out for number one? The fallout was intense. Wayne and Drake's relationship took a major hit. You could feel the tension in their music, in their interviews, even in their social media posts. The days of happy family photos and gushing about each other in interviews were gone. But here's the kicker. This wasn't a one-time thing. Nope, this was just the start of Drake's questionable loyalty tour. It's like he couldn't help himself. One minute he's Mr. Nice Guy, the next he's stirring up drama left and right. Think about it, Drake's whole image was built on being a sensitive, trustworthy guy, the one who'd write you a heartfelt song, not stab you in the back. But actions speak louder than lyrics, and Drake's actions were screaming trust issues. This Wayne situation set a pattern. Drake started becoming known as the guy who'd smile in your face and then turn around and do you dirty. It wasn't just about women either. His loyalty in the music game started raising eyebrows too. Remember when Meek Mill called Drake out for using ghostwriters, or when Pusha T exposed Drake's secret son? Each time, people looked back at the Wayne incident and thought, maybe this is who Drake really is. Years later, Kendrick Lamar brought this whole mess back into the spotlight. In one of his tracks, he basically said Drake's tattoo of Wayne's face doesn't make up for what he did. Talk about reopening old wounds. Fans started connecting the dots. They saw a pattern in Drake's behavior, especially when it came to his relationships with women and other artists. The Young Money Dream Team was falling apart, and Drake was at the center of it all. The unbreakable bond was broken, the unstoppable force stopped in its tracks, and it all started with one bad decision while Wayne was locked up. But if you thought Drake's drama with Wayne was bad, grab your popcorn because things are about to get even messier. Drake's latest move has Nicki Minaj seeing red, and she's not holding back. So what's got the queen of rap all fired up? It's Drake's recent collab with Latto. Now, if you're thinking, what's the big deal? Let me break it down for you. Latto isn't just another rapper, she's been Nicki's self-proclaimed rival for years. We're talking bad blood, diss tracks, the whole 9 yards. And Drake? He just waltzed right into enemy territory like it was nothing. Nicki didn't waste any time letting the world know exactly how she felt about this betrayal. She went on a live chat and absolutely went off, calling Drake and another artist Ugly Boy 1 and Ugly Boy 2. Ouch. But she didn't stop there. She also threw shade at Latto, saying, Ugly Boy 1 and Ugly Boy 2, they know they forever gonna have a willing participant because these girls are so desperate. If someone told them to go catch a wild tuna, skin it, and eat it, they would do it. Here's the thing that's really got people talking. This isn't the first time Drake's pulled a move like this. It's like he's got a playbook for how to get under Nicki's skin. Time and time again, he's sided with artists who are beefing with Nicki. It's almost like he's collecting Nicki's enemies like Pokemon cards. Remember when Nicki and Cardi B were at each other's throats? Drake was right there working with Cardi. When Remy Ma dropped that brutal diss track against Nicki, Drake was suddenly besties with Remy. It's like he's got a sixth sense for finding Nicki's rivals and giving them a feature. You might be thinking, maybe Drake's just trying to stay neutral in all these beefs. But come on, we're talking about Nicki Minaj here. This is the same woman who's had his back through thick and thin. When other rappers were calling Drake soft, Nicki was right there defending him. When he got exposed for using ghostwriters, Nicki stood by him. She's been ride or die for Drake since day one. So why would Drake risk his friendship with Nicki over a collab with Latto? Some people are saying it's all about the money. Latto's hot right now, and the track with her could mean big streaming numbers. But is a hit song really worth burning bridges with one of the most powerful women in hip-hop? Others are wondering if there's more to this story. Maybe Drake and Nicki had a falling out behind the scenes that we don't know about, or maybe Drake's trying to send a message that he's not picking sides in any of these rap beefs. But if that's the case, he's got a funny way of showing it. What's really wild is how this whole situation is bringing up old wounds. Fans are looking back at Drake's history and seeing a pattern. It's like every time Nicki's in a tough spot, Drake finds a way to make it worse, first with Wayne's Girl and now with Latto. It's got people questioning if Drake was ever really loyal. And let's not forget, this is all happening while Drake's got beef brewing with Kendrick Lamar. With Kendrick coming for him and now Nicki calling him out, Drake's reputation is taking hit after hit. If you're wondering why the situation with Latto is such a big deal, it's because Drake snubbed Nicki for Latto. Remember when Drake announced during his Detroit show that he and Nicki had finally recorded a new track together? Fans were losing their minds. It was like Christmas came early for the Barbs. Drake even revealed